Well, we'll get an early Christmas present come December 23rd as Saudi Arabia has pulled together a heavyweight and really boxing card that's incredible. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, while sadly will not be fighting each other, will be fighting in separate bouts on the same card, right? So they'll be fighting the same day on the same pay-per-view card, but sadly not against each other. It's been determined Anthony Joshua is going to fight Otto Wallin, while Deontay Wilder is going to fight Joseph Parker. Two fights that, while they'll be solid fights, I think the intrigue is more, will this lead to finally Wilder versus Joshua? Because Wilder versus Joshua has been one of the heavyweight fights talked about for, it seems like, 5 years now. They've been in negotiations for years, it seems like. They just continue and continue not to be able to find a deal. And maybe Saudi decides, hey, these two perform well on this card, we'll give them a lot of money to fight again. I think another big thing about this fight, or excuse me, not fight, but this card, we get to see Deontay Wilder fight again. We haven't seen Wilder fight since October 15th, I believe 2022. He's been off over a year after he had a phenomenal round one knockout of Robert Helenius, a guy that Joshua knocked out earlier this year, I believe in the 7th round, right? And everything from that fight was, hey, they were comparing Wilder's performance to Joshua's performance. These guys have been in comparison to each other for years on years on years. And I feel like boxing fans feel that this might just be one more step closer to them finally meeting and fighting. Because even though Wilder's taken losses, Joshua's taken losses, this has been a fight that fans have wanted and talked about for years on years. It seems like even with age and losses, they don't really care. They want to see both fighters fight each other. And so do I. I really want to see them too. This card kind of happened out of nowhere. There was speculation that they might fight on the same day, on the same card, and then out of nowhere, props to Dan Raphael. He was really the first guy to announce it and continue to announce it early, that these guys were actually going to be put together on this card. And it's a phenomenal card also. Just announced Dimtry Bivol is going to be fighting for the light heavyweight title on the same card against Lyndon Arthur. As the Saudis are getting some top names to fight, and props to them. They're giving us a fight right before the end of the year, 2 days before Christmas, that, hey, even though they're not the top tier fights that we want these fighters to be fighting in, they're giving us the top names in boxing. So I'll give them props for that. We're going to be seeing some of the top names and guys that we'd love to watch fight before the end of the year. I'd asked on a poll earlier this year on my channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Never Drop podcast. It was, who do you guys want to see fight before the end of this year? And Deontay Wilder was tied with David Benavidez. 32% of y'all said we want to see Wilder back in the ring. And that's the drawing power of Wilder, is what he does in the ring is unmatched. Other than the name Tyson Fury has proven no man can beat him, really even stand in the ring with him. And that's why we want to see Anthony Joshua fight, because, hey, Joshua's been compared, and while Joshua's gone through his tough times, he's now with Derek James as training him. I'm interested to see, hey, does this lead to Joshua Wilder? Because that's the fight we all want to see. But overall, this is a good card. I'm excited for this. As December 23rd, that's going to be a solid card. Wilder, Joshua, Bivol, all fighting the same night. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad when the best fighters in the world are fighting, right? Obviously, we want to see him in different matchups. Even Bivol, we want to see him fight, not Lyndon Arthur, but we'll take it, right? Hopefully this helps bring great fights in 2024, because 2023 was amazing. Hopefully this sets up great fights to happen in 2024. But either way, I'm excited to see this card. Considering the last Saudi card, Fury versus Ngannou, wasn't really that interesting. Even though Ngannou had a great performance, we weren't all too interested in that because that was a crossover event. Here we have straight boxing, and it looks like it's going to be a good night. So again, December 23rd, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin, and Dimtry Bivol against Lyndon Arthur. It's going to be a great night for boxing. Make sure you subscribe to Never Drop Podcast for all the boxing information. I got you. I'll be talking about these fights. I'll be talking about all the fights coming up from the end of the year into 2024. I got you. Subscribe. Press that like button. Comment who you're most excited to see out of those three: Wilder, Joshua, and Bivol. And let me know how you think they're going to win, or if we'll see an upset come December 23rd. That's all I got for you. I'm out. Peace.